Mega Heracross is debuting in Pokemon GO on April 13th for a 3-hour raid day event between 2 to 5 p.m. Now, Mega Heracross is a top-tier Mega in both of its typing. We'll go over that more in the Meta-Relevancy section. But first, let's look into some of the details for this event, because for the bonuses, we will be getting a remote raid limit increase to 20 between Friday, April 12th at 5 p.m. to Saturday, April 13th at 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, not your local time. We will also get 5 additional daily raid passes from spinning photo discs at gyms, an increased shiny rate for Mega Heracross, so 1 in 10, and keep in mind there is gender differences between the two. You might want to try and get a shiny of each gender as well. And a new bonus, well, new since the Bug Out event starting the day before, and that is once 2 or more trainers successfully defeat an in-person raid, more Pokemon will appear around that gym for 15 minutes. Keep in mind here that it does specify that it has to be 2 trainers in person, and then I assume there can be other people who remote in as well. There will also be an event ticket for $5 USD that will get you some more bonuses if you purchase it, and they will be active from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the raid day, and you will get 8 additional raid passes from spinning photo discs in gyms, an increased chance to get Rare Candy XL, 50% more XP from raid battles, and 2 times Stardust from raid battles. The question then is whether Mega Heracross is worth that $5 raid day ticket, and of course if you really like it or you really want the shiny, it might be worth it to you. But in terms of meta relevancy, let's take a look. Mega Heracross is a bug fighting dual type and has the base stats of 334 for attack, 223 for defense, 190 for stamina, and a max CP of 5,443. Now, Mega Heracross will be one of the top, if not the top, fighting type raid attacker with counter and close combat. Kind of depends on whether you go by DPS or TDO. DPS means damage per second, or how much damage a Pokemon deals per second, while TDO means the total damage output, or how much damage it will actually do before it faints, if you weren't aware of those terms. But either way, it's top 1 or top 2 in terms of fighting type raid attackers, and it is also the top bug type raid attacker. So getting 1 or even 2 of them with good IVs would be a good idea during this raid day event. 1 to have the fighting moveset and 1 to have the bug moveset, then you can mega whichever one you want, depending on which raid boss you're going up against. And of course it will have that boosted shiny rate of 1 in 10, so definitely a good idea to do as many Mega Heracross raids as you can. Now in terms of PvP Heracross, because you can't use Mega Heracross in most PvP situations, ranks 131 in the Master League, so a spicier pick there. Its main use is as a raid attacker. And I'm sure you also want to know what the Hundo CP numbers are to watch out for. So for non-boosted Heracross, it's going to be 1,772. And then if you have boosted weather, it is going to be 2,215. And that boosted weather for Heracross is rainy or cloudy weather. Okay, now let's talk counters, because these are mega raids. You want to take them down as quickly as possible, because that will get you the most amount of mega energy. And to do that, you want to use the best counters possible. As a bug fighting dual type, Mega Heracross will take 256% damage from flying type attacks, and then from fairy, fire, and psychic type attacks, it will take 160% damage. So that means some of your top counters are going to be Mega or regular Rayquaza, Shadow Moltres, Shadow Staraptor, Shadow Honchkrow, Yveltal, Mega Pidgeot, Enamorous Incarnate Form, Shadow Ho-Oh, and Shadow Lugia. If you're putting together your team and still need more Pokemon other than those, then just throw in your highest CP Pokemon that have flying, fairy, fire, or psychic type moves. All right, now let's talk Megas. And if you've watched one of my raid day videos before, you know that I say there are 2 ways to think about who to Mega Evolve. You can either Mega Evolve to do the most amount of damage, or you can Mega Evolve to get the most amount of candies. Now, if you want to maximize your candy gains, go with your Mega that is at the highest Mega level for either fighting or bug typing. And the reason you want it to be at the highest Mega level possible is because the Mega level determines the amount of candy you get and your chance at getting Candy XL. So your options for candy Megas include Mega Beedrill, Mega Pinsir, Mega Scissor, Mega Blaziken, Mega Medicham, or Mega Lopunny. Now, of course, if you want to do the most amount of damage, you want to go with the Megas that I listed in the counter section. However, in some cases, there is an overlap between a Mega that does a good amount of damage and a Mega that gets you more candy. And in this case, there is a decent counter here that will also get you more candy, and that is Mega Blaziken. So Mega Blaziken has fire type moves, which do 160% damage to Mega Heracross, and it also has a fighting typing, so will also get you more candies for Mega Heracross. So if you have a good raiding party and you don't think you need to go with a top tier Mega counter, then you can definitely go with Mega Blaziken as a counter, and it will also get you more candies. However, if you think you need the most amount of firepower to take down Mega Heracross, definitely go with one of the megas that I listed in the counter section. All right, let's move on to some other tips, starting with party play. So if you are going out to raid with friends, definitely start a party, because when you're in a party and you go into a raid, you get that party power bonus. And that party power bonus is a meter that charges up, and when it is all filled up, you push the button and then your next charged attack will do double the amount of damage. And this really does make a huge difference in being able to take down raid bosses quickly. And then the more people you have in your party, the quicker that party power powers up, and the more people you have doing that double charged attack damage each time it gets used. Now, if you don't have friends to go out and raid with, you can look on places like Discord, Facebook, and Reddit for raid groups in your local town. Just go onto these websites or apps, search your local town name plus Pokemon Go, and you can generally find a group there to join for these raid days. I've got a tip here for you to get one extra bonus raid on this day as well, and that is to stack your raid pass from the day before. So if you aren't aware, you can hold a daily raid pass from one day over until the next day. But keep in mind, you can only hold one daily raid pass at a time. So the way this works is you go to a gym, you get your daily raid pass from that day, and then you carry it over to the next day. Once you use it, you continue spinning photo discs, getting those daily raid passes, and this works no matter whether you're doing the free to play or the $5 ticket. And because of the season bonus this season, we get 2 daily raid passes per day. So that means you can still do a raid the day before, then stack that second bonus daily pass and carry that one over. All right, everybody, if you found this video useful, all the usual buttons are down below. Consider hitting whichever ones you like. I do lots of these types of videos as well as live streams. If you want more Pokemon Go content right now, check out one of the videos on screen. Happy hunting. I hope you get the Hundo Mega Heracross, and we'll see you in the next one, friends.
I've got something incredibly funky.